So I basically just took a resume, walked in and met every manager at every restaurant and handed them a resume, and ended up getting hired at this pretty nice Italian restaurant as a runner and a busser. I'd never worked at a restaurant in my life. Going from like running your own business, making money, to bussing tables at a restaurant was pretty fucking humbling, to say the least. I want to sit down and like explain why I have a college degree, but I choose to work in a restaurant. A lot of my concepts for these videos are things that I believe that I have to just like say out loud sometimes to remind myself. Basically, I had a pretty like uncomfortable interaction at work last night, and it just gives you that instant like doubt. Like I said, it's mostly just to remind myself why I do this. But I also think it's interesting. So I basically graduated college in May of 2022 from the University of Georgia with a bachelor's degree in chemistry. Basically, I got like 3.5 years into my degree and I realized that it wasn't what I wanted to do, but I was so far in, I was like, fuck it, I'll finish, get the degree, figure out what to do after that. And the whole Shorts archive thing started to work. So I did that, and I would get like small like side jobs here and there, just like when I needed money. But then for like almost a year, like for about a year exactly, it was like completely, like I was completely like living just on Shorts archive money. And then when I moved to Florida, very quickly after that, it just became like financially infeasible to not have another source of income. So I basically decided that working in a restaurant would probably be the best thing to do, because you have the whole day to do Shorts archive at the time or whatever, and then you just go in, you make money at night and run it back, right? I live near the beach. There's some pretty nice restaurants around here, so I basically just took a resume, walked in and met every manager at every restaurant and handed them a resume, and ended up getting hired at this pretty nice Italian restaurant as a runner and a busser. I'd never worked at a restaurant in my life. Going from like running your own business, making money, to bussing tables at a restaurant was pretty fucking humbling, to say the least. But I knew like even down the road, like Shorts archive had never been like stable. In my mind, I was like, if I can just let my head down and get some experience as a server, like it doesn't matter where I am in the world, like what I'm doing down the line, I will always be able to like fall back and grab a job serving to make quick money if I need to. I put my head down. 5 months later, I was serving full time. My hours cut in half and my paycheck doubled. I'm a pretty simple person. Like now as a server, I make enough money to live very comfortably. For the amount of work that I do and the hours that I work, I make really good money. But like I said, I had this interaction with a manager last night, and I'm not going to go into details. There's certain things that just like really make you doubt when you're in this pursuit of personal brand, clothing brand, like whatever you're doing online. Unconventional career, let's just call it an unconventional career, can go like months and months and years without like real evidence that what you're doing is like working. But if you quit doing it, like you lose. I basically have this idea that, first of all, like your job doesn't have to be your career. So in a conventional career, like you kind of start at the bottom and you work your way to the top. But when you're doing like social media, online sales of a product that like you created, there's no like conventional like work your way up. It's just like you have to figure it out how to do it all. Like you write like the book for how to do it. So in my mind, just like having a job that doesn't affect my day hours and makes me enough money to where I don't have to worry about paying my rent is the perfect thing to facilitate my career. Because if I was working for someone else, like doing this social media, like clothing, whatever, they would be getting like the best parts of my brain every day. And whereas at the restaurant, I'm basically just like training my social skills is like additionally pretty good. So yeah, and then I feel like this is just a refrain I keep coming back to on this channel, but to get unconventional results, you have to do unconventional things. You want the balance between not just like doing shit that doesn't make sense, just like to be unconventional, but also just like think outside the box and don't be locked into like, oh, you have a degree in this, so like this is what you have to do. Actually, like I make more money as a server than I would as an entry-level bachelor's of science in chemistry job. Like average median salary is like 48K, I think, with a chemistry degree, which I did not know when I did that shit, because I never would have done that. If you're in college right now and you've never looked up the median salary of your degree, like Google that shit right now, because you want to know that before it's too late. I guarantee you. Like I said, all these videos are just me talking to myself, just to like remind myself of the things I know when I start to doubt. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you're trying to figure it out, I am too. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. We've got new shorts coming soon. I'm actually wearing them right now. See if we can get a look at them. Yeah, Couor shorts. Best ones ever. They're huge and wide and baggy, but also above the knee. And yeah. But yeah, I've got an SMS list up for him now online. Link below. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.